it's also
I
GT.
just also don't understand how the fuck she gave birth. Like, that's a robot.
It was a person.
It was part of Krillin's wish.
That she can have
Okay.
You're not making his case.
Because he wished
Nah. Shut the fuck up.
He thought that 18 and 17 were a couple. He didn't know they were brother and sister.
Okay, this is 100% like the moment where I go, Vega Omega, welcome to another episode of the Real to Real podcast, boys and girls.
All right.
I am your host. I am your host today. These two can't handle my shit. Last week we announced that we were going to watch a movie called Serendipity. So for next week, we are going to be watching Serendipity, starring the guy that was in 2012 and Kate Beckinsale. And through very, very short discussion, and by discussion I mean I made the executive decision that that movie might have been a little bit too serious to end our February with. All of the movies that we picked, kinda a little bit heavy. We ended it very, very much so heavy with my pick of 50-50. So just thought, maybe we should have some fun and watch Zenon Z3, the movie made in 2004, starring Kirsten Storm. I don't know anybody else in that movie.
I don't think any of them are in stuff we've seen.
I would surely hope not.
Well,
I mean, Raven Simone
Prototype.
Oh yeah, Raven Simone showed up.
Cameo.
Yeah, she showed up.
That was her?
Yes, that was Raven.
I could not tell.
That was so Raven, you could say.
I think she wasn't in this movie because she was shooting like Cheetah Girls. So I think that's the timeline.
Yeah,
possibly.
I think
that's
God,
all.
I forgot that show was a thing.
Movie, not show.
Oh, that's right.
Cheetah Girls was a movie.
Yeah, there's like 3, right? Maybe a forbidden.
Yeah, I don't really know how we're gonna do this. Like, I don't know what there is to discuss. Okay, I know like the general format of the show is like, oh, what did you think of the movie, and then what did you think of the movie, and then we we tangent for 45 minutes. No, this movie, like the dialogue was written how I feel like Zoomers talk now. I've never felt more I've never felt more connected to writers in my life. It was incredible.
Well, with Raven on the team, I think they just saw into the future and just took the lingo.
That was way worse than what I said.
That was way worse.
That's on par with the dialogue writing.
No,
it
wasn't.
Yes.
It was
no, because the dialogue writing like made you cringe, but also blush a little bit.
Yeah.
What you did just made me want to go poo.
Why did you blush?
Well,
Eric, blush major.
Blush major. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was my bad. We need that. We need that to be a thing. We need to force this into We need to
bring it back
into the TikTok canon.
Okay.
I just love this is how you react to this movie. Because like this is literally how you make us feel on like a daily basis.
I think this was your like Animal House.
I guess. Cause like
it's just like it's just because he can't appreciate like cinematic
You can't say shit.
I can't. No, the movie is absolutely fucking atrocious.
While we're here in this little, I'd like to discuss why you installed a limousine divider in my table.
Well, it's for situations like this where we need to have a little bit of a sidebar conversation.
It's at an angle.
Is it?
It's at an angle.
Oh yeah, no.
Yep.
You know what? We'll work on it next month. We'll work on it next month.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll get the fix. We'll get the fix.
Okay. Thank you.
One of these days, I swear to God, I'm gonna install like just a little piece of glass right here.
We're gonna use our first batch of profits to like make a custom table.
Yeah,
with a divider.
Yeah, just so that I like from here I can just pull it up.
No, it's still got to be powered. It's got to be like painfully slow.
Man. That's like the entirety of our first profit checks. Fuck. Yeah, I had a great time watching this movie.
I'm sure you did.
It brought back all of the nostalgic feelings of like coming home after like 5th grade or whatever the fuck, and running towards the TV watching Disney Channel.
I think it's important to point out, like, there's a very solid chance that, knowing me by now, you guessed this. I'd never heard of this franchise. I'd never seen the first movie. We just watched the third. I had no idea what was going on, who was who, what the slang was going to be, what the expectations should have been. I should have had some kind of hint, but nah.
Listen,
Nah.
I don't even know what happened in the first two movies.
Oh, really?
I don't remember. I just... Yeah, the last time that I watched this movie was probably when it came out.
Nikhil, you're quiet.
Yeah.
Is that just... Oh, God, I remember exactly what happened.
I remember all of them.
I didn't need the refresher.
I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. Correction, quiet major. Okay, go on.
Okay. Quiet major.
Part of me just wants to jump straight into ratings.
This is how I felt during Animal House and fucking Caddyshack.
Yeah, no, this is
Caddyshack didn't count.
No, this is what you do to people. Fuck you. I want to talk about the side plot where Protozoa is like a washed up rock star.
I thought
that was really nice.
I remember Protozoa.
Yeah.
I remember Protozoa's character because I'm like, damn, this 40-year-old really out here hanging out with teenagers, right?
First of all, he's 31.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm 22. Like, shut up. All right.
What the fuck was he eating?
It was mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, it was just ice cream.
Okay. I could not fucking... I thought that shit was just like...
What, like
goddamn
future sludge? Like nutrient paste?
I have
Yeah,
no idea.
did you think that he was eating Soylent? Like, what the fuck
Bro,
are you saying?
I thought he was just going ham on a
Insensitive
bucket of cheese.
Insensitive nature.
I hate this. I hate this movie. I really do. It's because like it was so bad that everything was quotable. It's like The Room, where like all the dialogue is so memorable that it's forgettable.
Well, this is considered the worst one in the series.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there
it's
wasn't
the third
really
one.
much of a plot, I could imagine.
Well, the plot is
There's
like moon denial. Like I would like to think that Zenon Z3 played a very, very heavy hand in the proliferation of the anti-Neil Armstrong
in the fake moon,
and the
fake moon landing agenda.
Why? What I don't get is like why they've established aliens exist in the last movie.
Yeah.
So why did it have to be the goddess of the moon?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like they just
It gives it this like weird Lovecraftian vibe that like every planet has a sort of entity attached to it. Right?
Yeah.
Because they talked about Mars after that.
Yeah, and then she was just like, oh man, that was just the goddess of the moon. Don't fuck around with Mars. I'm like, what are you saying?
I like sort of appreciated how like some of the natural disasters that went on was because she was fucking with the gravity. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, if the moon got too close, shit would go down. But then it got to the last screen of the cow was just floating. I was like, that's not how moon work. That's not.
Everyone had a really muted reaction to everything. It's like, there must be an easier way to make a milkshake. And I was like, okay, dude, you just saw a cow. You literally are saying that according to what you found, a cow floated up into the air and stayed there for half a fucking hour. And your reaction is to make a corny joke? Really? You don't think that maybe something wrong could be wrong?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I was so hung up on how bad the dialogue was that I completely forgot about that scene.
Oh, dude.
I'm glad that you're here to remind me of the very niche details of this absolutely stunning science fiction piece of art.
Yeah. Or they have pods, right, that are basically cars, but when you're parking them, they can't move omnidirectionally.
Oh my god! It's like
you have to parallel park them like a normal car.
It was like when he was saying like, oh man, the first 11 minutes. This is the first time 11 minutes felt like half an hour.
Yeah.
And then, so I thought you were just over exaggerating. So I also watched this morning, but very passively because I was doing work. And then I go in and I'm like, you know what? It's an hour 20. I can probably watch it again before we come here. And so like I'm like watching it, and it gets to the part where it's her and what the fuck is the guy's name? Sage? Is that the dude's name?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
looking at the moon. It's like, yeah, imagine you're on a romantic date, and then all of a sudden you're just seeing like a bonanza burger. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying,
A
dude?
Big Bang Burger.
Okay. God, I hate that you remember all of the most minute details of this. I hate it.
Then why am I here?
But no,
You knew what would happen.
No, this means that I ruined you.
Yeah.
Like this means that I played a part in your mental destruction. I'm sorry.
You gave him PTSD, and now he remembers every detail.
This isn't my destruction arc. This is my villain origin story.
Yeah,
This is what actually does. This is what pushes me over the
Yeah,
edge.
it's just watching Zenon Z3 on a No, like every interaction that she has with her, like the guy that she ends up with, is just so forced and cringe. And oh my god, it just makes my skin crawl.
With the dude with the Zach Oyama haircut.
Yeah,
That dude.
that just has like the most piercing blue eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't.
No,
The
I'm
whole
not talking
time.
about the fucking Australian guy. I'm talking about like the dude that was
The
based-
protester.
Oh, the protester.
protester.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about
The Australian dude.
yeah. I was trying
Dude,
to figure
I
out what
love
the fuck
when
it was.
when they were acting out like the gravity increasing inside of the
Oh
like the
my
moon base.
God.
It's just like they both did the stanky leg and then fell down.
Yeah. That was good.
Like they both
in the
did.
same position, like they were about to break into a fucking dance.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn, she's really about to break dance on this fool, huh? I didn't know that Zenon
I think that
Z3
is
would
about-
also step up.
Yeah, I think that's about the time that You Got Served came out, actually.
You might be right.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
The CG, like,
No,
I
the
didn't know
CGI was
that-
absolutely incredible.
oh God, man.
Especially
Like
the pod landing scene in the beginning when
like-
her and so this is the other thing. So technically the captain is her uncle.
Yeah.
yeah,
But she only refers to him as captain.
captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird.
Commander.
Oh, commander. Right. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry? I don't know. Was that Lisa Kudrow?
The mom?
Yeah, I don't
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
yeah, I didn't think so either, but like she had Lisa Kudrow energy.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the one who administered the driving test.
Yeah,
Which felt weird.
yeah.
Like, why
It's
is
like
he...
this isn't even up for debate. If he's your uncle, he's just going to pass you anyways.
Well, I mean the car passed her.
Yeah, with like fucking, you're gonna hit the car in front of you and behind you at least 6 times. We'll give
but
you
this
a
is-
98.
But this is the thing, right? Like she didn't hit the car in front of her or behind her because neither of them were damaged when she fell down off the fucking like trolley of space pods. Also, I can't.
There's no gravity.
Yeah.
How does it fall down?
Well, okay, it was Celine. We saw the spooky vapors, right? It was a whole vaporwave moment.
Yeah,
and it
but
pushed
like
her
it
down.
would have just like pushed it out of the way and not just dropped it.
Selena.
Selena?
Yeah.
I thought it was Celine.
No, it's
No, Selena.
Okay.
Because I forgot it was made in 2004. I was like, is Gomez going to be like the musical guest? And I was like, oh no, this is way before any of that was.
No, I think Selena Gomez is like our age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she would have been like 9.
Yeah, she would have been like the age of the
viewer.
mini me fucking
Dude.
sister.
Okay,
Cousin?
So cousin.
Yeah.
So I had like we always do, we have to go and do some research on like the movie and the people that are in it. Every single person in this movie except for the little girl
Mm-hmm.
is 40. That little girl
Mm-hmm.
older than me and you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that she was older than us when the movie aired as well.
No, I assume that she was our age when it came out because we would have been 10. We would have been 9 or 10.
2002?
2004.
4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I
was
assume that she
like
was like our
11.
age, right?
Okay.
And she definitely was not.
No.
Yeah.
That something about like how the two like Xenon and her interacted like the whole time. I was like, the relationship just didn't make it, like how she just like was just pissed off with her the whole time, then stood up for her, and I was like, just be yourself. And like it seemed like the actual actresses like just as actresses just fucking couldn't stand each other or something. And then she tried to act like she wasn't pissing her off all the time.
To kind of like give, to kind of explain this away a little bit. So she was the foster daughter of like the commander and aunt,
yeah.
right? Not uncle. They're not on that kind of relationship. All right, commander only.
Whatever.
Tell him. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, so foster daughter, not real blood cousin, right? And
obviously.
And so the aunt kind of just sprung the surprise on her, like, intergalactic hero niece. Because I forgot that, like, in literally every single Xenon movie, she has just saved the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, her space station full of people.
Well, the first one was the space station, and then the second
one I think was Global Station.
Yeah, I think the second one was where the aliens came in, and she met Protozoa, right? They had that
and
whole.
Then his music is what saved the world.
I just remember zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the good.
That's that good shit. Because the music in this kind of lame, a little bit too 90s pop.
But they played the zoom at the credits.
They
and
did.
I was like, oh
yeah. I got pretty hyped. I watched the entire sequence.
Why didn't we watch Zenon the sequel again?
Sequel?
I don't
understand why that's a surprise.
I really wanted to tilt the fuck out of him and made him watch like the last one of a series.
I will say it's a point in the movie's favor that like for most of it you don't have to have seen the other two.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like all of the pertinent characters are just like gone. Like her parents are not there because I'm pretty sure they're like, that's gonna tank my career. Her little brother's not there. Yeah. I don't even. Yeah. See, you didn't know that she had a a little brother.
Yeah. I only knew
know the canon.
Yeah.
I only knew because the commander and aunt like mentioned the parents or something in the beginning about like like
you don't even know about the fact that like the aunt basically moved to Earth because she was too scared of flying.
Mm-hmm.
So she went from the space station.
No. I think
that was supposed to be like the point of the third act, that she like got in a pod and flew because she was
Oh, my child. Like she had to drive, or
no. That she was like willing to go up to the moon in order to go get
that was
her daughter.
That was a point you don't understand unless you've seen the other ones, right?
That was a pretty big.
She's
character.
terrified.
Oh, that's why she's
terrified of flying.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think generally what happens is like, you live on Earth and then you move to the space station, right? Like her entire family had the right to go up there, and she was like, "Nah, I'm good."
But the space station people are the ones who have it the roughest, which is why they were the only ones allowed to compete.
Wait, was that actually the answer?
No, that's what they said in the beginning. Like, to compete in the competition, they had to be from the space station.
Yes.
Because space station kids had it rough, but they have the privilege to go to a space station instead of Earth.
It was a lie, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's ulterior motives. That dude, that literally was just fucking Elon Musk. Do you trust him?
No, I know it was Elon Musk.
He was literally selling Dogecoin in 2004. All right, the fuck out of my face, Jesse.
It was like if you combine him with like Draco Malfoy. That's how.
Nah, Draco had way more drip.
That's true.
Oh, come on. All right, like that dude was.
You made me picture him in a Supreme jacket.
I know. Yeah. Like Draco Malfoy has way more drip than that dude. All right.
Oh no. Are you trying to get the Tumblr people to watch this now?
What do you mean?
Bringing up fucking Harry Potter?
Oh God, Nikhil, stop it.
You know what that made me think of?
Nikhil gave Harry Potter a point. Oh no. No.
Dude, you know what that made me think of though? Like a meme that I haven't seen in a while, and it kind of makes me sad that it's gone. Seeing like one frame of Goku in a Supreme jacket in the first note of the Ultra Instinct song, and then that's the whole thing.
Yeah. No, that dude was nothing like Draco Malfoy. Come on.
No. but okay.
I'm actually going to be real. I confused the main villain guy and Protozoa a bunch of times.
That's like, fair.
I'm like, oh wait, why is like she hugging him? Because he's like the skeezy weird guy, right? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start singing and shit with like the like furry anaconda thing, and I'm like,
it was a whole jacket.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, you're not that guy, and I might be a little bit racist. That's problematic.
Also, like, I guess props to the actual Elon Musk guy for like his whole like, oh man, there's a protester who's going to foil my plans. I gotta lock him up somewhere, and he just puts him in his office. Like, hey, yeah, no handcuffs, nothing.
Like,
you can just like scavenge around,
just go
look
hang
through
out
my paperwork. It's fine.
It's just like, let me reveal my plots to you.
And they establish that there's a door code to get in, but there's nothing stopping you from getting out.
Well, yeah. worst protester ever.
Yeah.
like the oppressor is giving you every single tool in like the universe's arsenal for you to get out and spread your message and didn't do anything.
And then like when he's going back in with fucking Zimu or whatever her name is like right there to watch.
Zimu. Do you know what you said?
No.
I can't believe him. I can't believe this.
Well, he goes into his office.
I can't believe you've
that
done
Sage
this.
is in there or whatever. And he's just like, oh. And he stays still. And Elon Musk is like, there is no man behind the invisible curtain or whatever. And it's just...
So what?
Just lets
Dude,
it go
I also love like the rock climbing scene, because like we see him like moving the thing up a peg, and I'm like, how short do you think the human arm is, my guy?
Yeah, and so it's like, and then they establish, oh, she can't reach, and then like Selena helps her.
It's like,
so that should stretch her arm to the point of like it should hurt.
It also should be like visibly like noticeable when she's like, she should have one arm that is just obviously longer than the other one.
Yeah.
The thing after that though is like when they zoomed out and showed like oh man, it's a far away, there was nothing in the middle. So it's like, okay, well, even if she grabs on, what is she doing with her feet? Like, how do her feet get to where her hands are? Because that's the next place on the wall to fucking grab onto.
None of it made sense.
No.
None of that made sense. You know what else really weirded me out? When like
how they just left the fucking black kid and Latino on the moon. Like their shit died in the race. They're like, we lost them. Sorry.
Wait. Oh yeah, in the beginning.
They don't resolve that.
Yeah, it was just like,
you don't see, as far as I know, you don't see them anywhere in the little hub.
It was like the weird Elon Musk dude, right? Mm-hmm. Walking up to the Australian fucker when he's just like eating shaved ice.
Yeah.
And just like got real handsy with him. Yeah. I'm like, what is this right here? Like, what is...
Because that's when you realize that he's actually the combination of Elon Musk and Jeffrey Epstein.
Kevin Spacey.
Uh-oh.
He looks more... He had the white hair. Kevin Spacey's not all white yet. Epstein had the white hair.
Yeah.
And he was having him swear loyalty and stuff, is...
Well,
it's just like...
That never got paid off. There was no point to that.
Well, there was. It was like right after that scene, he went in there, took like... What kind of power drill was that he had to fucking hump it for it to turn? Like, that shit was so weird how he was holding the drill.
Yeah.
It was like right at his waist, and he's like thrusting in. I'm like, this is the least efficient tool.
Maybe you have to use it like that in the future.
Dystopian, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very strange. But that's what happened like directly after he like started. He's like, also the Australian guy is such a sloppy eater. It's a fucking snow cone. Like, why are you spilling everywhere?
What the fuck was that? Yeah.
Like, I'm like, how are you this bad at putting fucking shaved ice into your mouth?
Right at the end, I thought it was a donut when he took the last bite.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this form? Where the fuck is the spoon? You absolute savage!
You looked at him with the Uncle Iroh, what is that stance? While he was eating a snow cone.
I had to judge him very harshly.
I judged the snow cone. They put like one pump of juice in that shit, and the rest was just ice.
That dude just likes when his teeth hurts. He's just like, I want to know that my fillings still work.
Yeah, that was
so strange.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, this movie was a lot of it was a lot.
Oh my
We
God.
probably should have watched the first one.
Yeah.
If I'm like the fucking the dumpster diving scene in the first one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
No, he really was just Epstein and Musk because there were only kids on the moon.
No, there was protozoa.
Yeah, but he came up later
It
and he
was-
didn't even want him there. He just went up on his own. He's like, fine, play for the kids.
The what was the fucking competition called? Supreme. It was like Supreme.
Oh, the Teen Supreme?
Teen Supreme. Fucking, there was some other
I don't-
adjective.
Yeah, I don't
somewhere
know.
in there.
That was, God, I loved the writing.
Galactic Teen Supreme?
Maybe.
That
might have been
sounds
it.
about right.
Yeah.
I don't know. You put any kind of like space adjective in front of other ththings and it sounds about right.
That's how you got the
How
script.
come they established there were aliens, but aliens weren't able to compete in the Galactic?
'Cause
Teen
it was
Supreme?
Because they
Only-
weren't on the space. They didn't live on the space station. That was
Exactly.
also
I'm sure that there's a space station with aliens in it somewhere.
maybe.
Nah,
Maybe
they're the ones
like
that have it good.
speciesist? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Also, like apparently, like they there was this whole thing with NASA just becoming a really big presence, and I thought it was really
Oh,
sad
because the
hearing that.
Australian kid was like sponsored by him at like.
No, like, so the reason that all these people live in space is because NASA kept getting bigger and bigger. That's the
Oh, I did not catch
Yeah,
that.
and like a lot of the people that live on space stations, their parents worked for like whatever nationalized space agency.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only bit I caught was that NASA sponsored Australian dude because he saved people
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
He was like he was one of the worst characters.
He
Like I
was
mean,
like-
all of the characters were
yeah.
pretty bad.
He was
right?
like the obligatory douchey guy, so that she ends up with someone else, just because that has.
But
to
like
happen,
he wasn't
apparently.
even douchey enough where I'm like, yeah, I don't see how like she couldn't end with him.
Yeah.
he was
like-
just as douchey as the girl that he ended up with. Because it's like, okay, you're just a bad friend.
Yeah, he did
for,
like
like,
it
most
just
of the
happened all
movie.
at once at the end. It was like,
Yeah.
Zenon, everything is about me.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're right, guy. Everything is about you.
I was more like, really, even this,
Especially
even this moon
that.
stuff,
Especially that.
that was about him.
Yeah. Because she cheated.
I mean, kind of, yeah,
She 100% cheated.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but you're right. The girl that he ended up dancing with or whatever, I'm like, you're kind of like, this is some fucking mean girl shit.
Yeah,
That was it. Maggie, I think it was her name.
maybe.
Maggie
Eddie?
Marge?
Yeah, Marge. I don't know. I hated her.
Yeah.
She was like one of the main antagonists in the first movie.
Yeah, she hasn't changed much.
Yeah, at all. Random fun fact: Zenon, Kirsten Storm, plays Bonnie Rockwaller in Kim Possible. She is like the mean cheerleader in Kim Possible.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy.
That's a lot of range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just, maybe a little bit cathartic that the bully gets bullied in her title role.
And that was the. Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was the friend that
Did
we
you
were just
did you hear
talking
the
about.
mic wobble too?
Yeah. I don't know whose it was. It might be mine. It's not. Okay, no, stop. That's terrible. Dude, the audio listeners are it just went quiet for like 10 seconds and it's just
Yeah.
a bunch of tapping on metal. That is the worst.
I didn't care. You didn't have. You can do it gently.
I did.
No,
Just
it's
wanted to make
yours.
sure it wasn't mine.
Is it mine?
It's yours.
Oh, what do
Yeah.
I do?
It's fine. Just don't worry about it.
Okay,
Or you can
It-
just.
I'm just not going to touch it. I think.
Yeah. Where were we? I was just talking about Kim Possible.
Where-
At some point, we're going to have to force them to watch the Kim Possible movies. Not the live action one. Don't worry. We're not
Oh
doing
yeah,
that
you guys
one.
would be straight up fucking assholes.
We're not doing that one.
You guys
I
don't want
can't
to suffer through that on your
I
own.
have not
Yeah.
watched it. So I'm not doing that under any circumstance.
I think I.
You do not dislike the live action Kim Possible movie. You feel it.
Yeah,
You
like-
fear it, and its lack of boundaries.
Like, I'm not doing that one. There are a lot of things that I'm willing to do for this stupid fucking podcast. That's not one of them.
yeah. No, I don't think so. Apparently, the live action Dora the Explorer is pretty good.
Oh my God, I forgot that was a
Yeah,
thing.
I completely
How
forgot
dare
about
you.
that one too.
You're welcome.
Animal Movie Month.
I remember all of them.
I wish that you didn't.
PTSD, man. This is
I
what
wish
you did
that
to
you
me.
didn't.
It's
Isn't
your
that
fault.
the point of me being here?
No,
It's your fault.
What is the
point? The point of you being here is to just like back me up when we bully Jesse.
And back Jesse up when we believe.
That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah. Like you're just here as like the hype
perma
man.
bully.
But the problem is you just don't get it, man.
Well, don't you feel bullied?
No.
No?
I'm just like I feel guilty because I did this to you.
You broke me, society. You broke me.
I turned you into the Joker. Like
Have you seen that video?
No.
Of the guy in the Joker makeup?
No.
I'll show you.
You
later.
broke me, society?
Yeah.
No.
He just like Batman shouts, "You broke me" into his phone. It's really funny.
That
I
does
just
sound good.
like oh man. I hate that I created a supervillain. He's just gonna be like the sneeze guy.
The sneeze guy.
Yeah, he's just gonna be the sneeze guy, like the Toilinator, you know. Oh man, that
would-
probably would have been another really good movie to pick for like our last movie of the month, like the last the extended version of the last episode of Codename Kids Next Door, because that's like an hour
Operation
20.
Zero?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's like hour 20.
What about the movie?
The Kids Next Door movie?
Yeah.
That
which one
was the movie.
No, the last episode was when Nigel goes to be part of the GKND. The movie is about Nigel's dad and grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about the one where like Nigel turns 13.
Oh no, that's like the first long form special.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that is it's movie length. It's like an hour 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good one because
Or no, the first long form special is when he accidentally gets turned into an adult, and then
it's because that. Okay, we're definitely
I don't
getting
think
a
I
little
remember
bit
that
too sidetracked right now, but there's the whole love story between him and number 5 that like kind of gets resolved at the end of that episode.
Nigel?
Or not number 5, sorry. Is it 5? 4? Which one was the black girl?
Number one's love
Black girl
interest
was
is
5.
that fat girl,
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
His actual like girlfriend.
Yeah.
I thought that there was a weird thing that resolved with number 5 at the end of it.
There was sometimes
Sort
like
of.
in a couple of episodes I don't remember
Number
specifics,
5
but-
has a thing with number 2.
Well, number
With
2
Hoagie?
has a
Yes.
number 2 has a thing for
They
5.
end up married.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the live action.
Well, no, it's not live action.
What?
There's the last episode. Then at the end, there's a live action segment.
Yeah, there's a live action segment
their-
that's really,
their-
really
yeah,
funny.
No.
With their voice act. It's actually very well done.
Oh,
It's
okay.
super funny.
Yeah. Number 2 and number 5 end up married, and number 3 and number 4.
Because I remember.
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
remember the whole. Yeah, 2 and 4 is like you can't forget that one.
There was just a lot of really weird tension between
Or
number
4
1
and
and number
3, sorry.
5.
Yeah, sometimes there
There was a
definitely
lot
was.
of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they like it ended up being just like a one's like just the second in charge
Mhm.
sort of deal is how it kind of came to some
Yeah.
sort of resolution. They just ended that there.
Yeah. Okay, so there was like a really weird romantic subplot in Zenon Z3. Didn't make any sense. There was no lead up. There was really no they didn't have very many interactions aside from him being like, "You can't colonize the moon, man." And then
Yeah.
like all of a sudden she's just like, "Oh, you know what? I think I love you."
You know what else?
Which honestly, same shit as serendipity.
So, you know what else? Not only was he left in the office where he could leave anytime, he was left there unsupervised. on
Yeah,
several
completely.
occasions. Yeah.
Where was the fucking bodyguard? Like the security guy
That,
was
originally caught him
like
and like
everywhere.
pulled him off stage.
And then like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
No loyalty. Stopped his boss from like getting on the fucking space plane at the end.
And the thing is, right? That's when he performs his job, like to the like the
Like-
highest degree.
like, how did it
he
turn
sneaks
out
by
like
and
that?
he runs after him?
Yeah, like how did it turn like that? Where he just goes, "Women and children first." I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, why is all of a sudden like he's this morally corrupt person for wanting to like build a business on the moon?
Well, as a landlord, I'm against squatters' rights. So
The whole argument of like
Yeah.
he's going to be on the moon first and claim squatters' rights.
Yeah, and
as like how this all begins.
I was thinking critically as someone who has to know all of it. I was like, well, so in Illinois, it's 10 years to have squatters' rights. I don't know what the law is on the moon. I assume there isn't one. Like I was saying all of this out loud.
Right.
Yeah, it's like none of it. I'm just like the creation of the. Why is this
the moon base?
Yeah, like it's already there. What do you mean we haven't colonized the moon yet when you have fucking space stations? That's like the first place that you would want to like colonize. That was like the worst.
Yeah, the fact that it went to Mars after that, like the whole time I was like, this dude's kind of just like Elon. He even kind of looks like Aldi brand Elon.
He's Elon.
a
He's we have Elon Musk at home.
Yeah. And then at the end when he said Mars, I was like, oh my god, this man just made a career based off of a goddamn Disney original movie.
Why is it that they can make artificial gravity, but like they can't travel too far past Earth?
I think they just don't want to travel that far past Earth.
Elon does.
So does this guy.
That's what I meant.
Well, the thing. Okay, so they can create artificial energy or gravity, right?
Yeah.
And also travel from outside of Earth's orbit
To the moon.
to Earth in like
A couple minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the power of space crocs, man.
And they needed to use hooks to like detach the moon base.
I think that's FTL. I think that's FTL speed.
What does FTL mean?
Faster than light.
Well, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. So like I think that if you were traveling from I'm gonna have
7 minutes? No way.
Hold on. I'm gonna actually do the math.
The more
Is it-
he
the-
moves, the more I
it's
hear the
a-
wobble.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Because I don't know the exact amount. I just know that it's like I need to do the math. It's a really specific number.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Bro, if that was something that you just kept fucking locked up in here, where you just had the equation for fucking.
Well, no, I know it's slightly less than 300 million meters per second, but I need the
Right, but if you had the exact number just on lock at all times and could just drop the formula and calculate it whenever, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
You should be working at SpaceX, bro. As their landlord on the moon.
Then you get to make the laws about squatters' rights. As long as you get there first.
Oh, while he's doing that, Victoria Jess, how you doing?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's 1.25 seconds. Okay.
From here to
From here to the moon
yeah.
at light speed.
Okay, so
that's still what the fuck?
It's very fast.
Yeah.
Because right now, I think from Earth to the moon using like one of our rockets, I think it still takes double-digit amount of hours.
Yeah.
Or maybe even
I don't
like
think
days.
it
maybe
might
it might be like a day and a half.
2 days now or something. Because
But either
with
way-
Apollo, it was what, like a week?
Yeah, but it still takes quite a bit of time and a lot of energy in order for us to get there. And they have the technology to like, I just want to take a trip down to Earth. Like they can just do it.
Yeah. Just fucking zippity doo dah down there.
And they like still need to use hooks
yeah.
to detach the space. You would think, right, that one of them would be enough to just kind of dislodge the whole shit with the amount of energy that it is capable of outputting.
Because it was just
Maybe the
tent
artificial
part.
gravity was still on. It was like towing a car that's
Got the emergency brake on or something. The animation too for the hooks was god. They did the close up on them. It was like
it was so good. It was absolutely perfect because like they didn't. You knew that they thought their budget was going to be so much bigger than it actually was, with like how big of like a vision they had for their set design.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch the movie and you're like, Yeah, the studio came back and just axed the
I think
fuck out of that budget.
The first hint you get that things were cut was just the look of the pods. Because again, they look like space Crocs, but the holes got filled in. And then
that's the best part.
Yeah.
Sure. But then like you get to the space station
they
and
were
you
literally
just
sport mode space Crocs.
Sport mode.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
If you flip the tab up in the back, there's sport mode for extra support. But if you flip them down, they're just like they're chill Crocs, you know?
But then like the progression of just what the fuck the costumes look like in the space station, just like it goes from like, oh, these look like pieces of cloth that were stitched together to look like clothes. Eventually it's like, you guys just taped some fucking construction paper together and made a shoulder pad and some circles and said, no, this is fashion.
There was the coat that Sage was wearing that was just a transparent. It was just
My God.
It was just like a transparent lab coat. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
That was some like fucking sci-fi, like this outfit has not been unlocked yet. You cannot see this outfit.
like the texture doesn't look.
Yeah, exactly.
It looked like a fucked up Skyrim mod.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. I also just loved the amount of like aluminum foil that was used on that set. Like that was definitely not very eco-friendly.
No.
What are we at on time?
104.
Okay. Well,
We started basically
way
right away.
No,
Yeah.
we had another like, I want to say at least 15 minutes.
I feel like we started sooner, like earlier than normal.
okay. The real question
It was
is,
about as
do
long
we
as last
really want to stretch this episode out to 50?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
do we?
solid.
You're kind of flip flopping on how you feel about it. You're really inconsistent about what,
Yeah,
what you
well,
have to
like
say.
this is the problem. The more I think about the movie, the angrier I get because I didn't make it.
because I didn't make it.
So, like, the more that we're here, the more that we're kind of like in it, the more that I like my CS 1.6 rage starts coming out.
Okay.
So, like, we either kind of hop on out of this episode a little bit
I
early.
think my headphones got unplugged.
No.
Like something.
Oh, maybe the adapter.
And this is how we stretch out the time. Are you good?
Yeah. No.
Stop kicking your feet, bro.
I didn't fucking.
Nikhil, take the thing. It's underneath the table.
Passing you that thing.
Well, it's not close enough to me. It's curling.
Oh man, I love this. This is all. This
It was
is all
really
staying
important to me that you do all the work.
In. Yeah, this is all staying in. He did that on purpose. I hope
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He kicked the cable, like he kicked the aux cable. Just yeah, he's been
You
fiddling
held
with it.
down one cable, he just kicked it out with the other
Yeah.
foot.
I'll fucking do it again.
Talk shit about my girl Zenon one more time and see what fucking happens, Healy.
Is there any explanation to the fans for the dinosaurs? You said we were going to play with them. We didn't
I
play.
got them in the mail as like a random gift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I wanted to keep them out. He said we needed stuff to fill the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I've
mind.
no arguments.
Yeah,
I just thought it'd be
don't
weird
mind
if we
at
just
all.
didn't explain
No,
it.
we didn't need it. Dude, we're fucking reviewing Zenon Z3. Do you really think this is
If
the
it's
weirdest
going to
part
be
of
a
it?
permanent fixture of the set,
It's not
worth mentioning.
No, I don't think it's gonna be. We can put other things there.
Yeah. We can put like a triceratops, a velociraptor, a brontosaurus.
A pterodon.
No, we're not.
No?
Not that one.
Not a brontosaurus?
Not that one.
All right.
Wasn't
all
that the one that didn't actually exist?
No, that's a
Brachiosaur. No.
It started with a
isn't
D.
it? Diplodocus.
Yeah, I thought that one wasn't real.
Maybe. It was one of the long necks.
Yeah.
So like he's out here never watching a single fucking DCOM movie, but he just has like dinosaur knowledge.
Bro,
That's fair.
I was obsessed with dinosaurs.
If you don't have that, don't even talk to me.
All right then. Zoom.
That's the one where we're isolated.
Nope.
There's
Works
two,
both
bro.
ways.
What crosses over itself? How does this work?
Oh,
He's
man.
in a triangle. At
Yeah.
any point in time, he can just close himself
Yeah, I
off
can.
from both of us.
This is. I mean that's how I wish I could live my life. Just completely isolated from everybody. Maybe the space station would be kind of dope. I'm gonna hit up Elon Musk real quick and be like, "Yo, let me get a seat on that."
Well, you had to change up how you talk. Major.
Speaking of which, are we getting into ratings?
Oh no! Now that you want to, no.
We're just gonna stop.
Now that you want to stop the fucking episode, we're staying in this bitch for another 10 minutes. Oh God, this is exactly what you do to us when you're
All of this is his fault.
Well, it's gonna be at least another 5 weeks, I think, before he gets to pick another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roughly.
and you know what's going to be crazy? He's going to have to endure this level of writing and acting
Until
basically forever. Because I'm going to find every possible way to like just fucking ham fist more Disney Channel original movies.
then. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. This is something that's been discussed since
I
before
want
this podcast
I
was
want
a
this
thing.
to be how the podcast goes viral, where it's just like 3 late 20s motherfuckers,
Yeah.
just like retroactively going back and
think-
reviewing Disney Channel
DComs.
original movies.
I think that a good premise, though, in general, is like making him watch movies.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like that's
well,
kind of what it is. By
That's what
default.
it's been, but like we have more fun when we watch like objectively bad movies.
You're welcome.
No.
Not like that.
See, but this is the problem. The bad movies that you suggest hurt us.
Yeah, they're uncomfy.
Yeah,
This-
there's nothing wrong with this,
This
aside
was-
from cringe.
This was a cozy movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, very much so pastel colors.
This was
Pale
Space
pinks.
Epstein Musk.
It takes you back, and it has like a nice wholesome line at the end about growing older.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, okay.
You're the one who made us watch Caddyshack and Animal House.
Don't
Again.
even
Again.
fucking
You
You
start.
not liking
Yeah,
this movie is the
again.
greatest
Don't
endorsement
even
it could possibly
fucking
receive.
start with this fucking Epstein shit when your movie was literally about a dude trying to get his dick wet inside of a
That wasn't the
13-year-old.
premise of the
That was
movie.
the premise of the movie.
That was one
Nikhil, back
character's
me up.
character arc.
Nikhil, back me up.
It wasn't not the premise of the movie.
It was one character's arc.
It was a
That is what it
that's the
was.
thing. It was a main character's arc.
There were no main characters in the arc.
He was,
it was
one
a
of the
collection
two
of
guys
short
there
stories.
from the beginning.
Right. However,
That's
I
there
love,
was a
I
whole
love how
half
he
an
just
hour
like
where you
is
don't
digging
see
this
him.
hole deeper, where
you're
he's like,
defending him.
yeah, he's
a whole half an hour
literally
where you
here,
don't
just like,
see those
man, I
characters."
really love Prince Andrew. He's like, Prince Andrew,
You
actually
guys are
dope.
the one endorsing the fucking.
How can you say that as an Irishman?
Yeah, he's like, man, I love the English. I super want to do a monarchy right now.
You guys are literally endorsing fucking Elon.
Dude,
Epstein's
he's like
fucking
he's
movie.
trying so hard not to be hard.
And it's not working.
Yeah, it's
I think he got the Blue Chew sponsorship. And he didn't tell us nothing.
100% erection major. Am I right?
Fully erect.
Fully erect.
Monka S.
Cetus Lapidus, he's pitching tents over here, boys. This is literally the worst fucking episode.
I'm about to cry. Sorry, I'm about to cry, minor.
No, I think it's still major.
No, you can say minor. They say it a
Can
couple-
you?
Yeah, they say it a couple
Oh
times.
my god. I was half waiting for them to just go jinkies. Like I needed it to,
That's the
to cross
opposite
streams.
direction.
Yeah, that's.
I needed it to cross streams. None of it made sense.
Is this gonna be like talking like them? Is that gonna be a persistent bit, or do you want that to be done?
Well, it depends on when we watch Zenon the sequel.
Well, that can be arranged.
All I'm saying. Depends on when we watch Zenon the sequel.
Actually, if we watch them in reverse order, they just keep getting better.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That actually is fair. But I don't want him to experience the positives of the Zenon trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can watch it on our own and like slip it in.
Oh, 100%. Wait, actually, hold on. I don't think I actually want to like sit there and watch DComs on my own, not for this.
Well, you're gonna watch one
podcast.
at least in the next like week.
No. I'm fine with watching them for the purpose of the podcast, right?
On your own.
Yeah, like just on my own time.
Okay.
Like as a
This kind of shit of like the plotting around and like not. I almost watched Serendipity 2 just in case you were bullshitting on changing the movie.
I didn't.
I almost did.
I did not.
almost.
I trust you
no,
fully.
no, dude. When we commit to something, we hard commit.
I know, which is why I watched this because I knew like it would be talked about.
I fully like I would follow you into Caddyshack, sir.
That's a lot of trust, and I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate it more because you already followed me into Caddyshack.
Well, that's different. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I would follow him now that I know.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
No, like Serendipity was just so I've only watched that movie once, but I do know as a fact that movie is almost as bad as this.
Yeah.
Because the love story is very, very much so forced. It's just like bigger budget, so like not as much CGI.
If I recall correctly, I don't think that the two leads like have very good chemistry
at all.
Yeah.
It was incredible though because of how uncomfortable it was when they were doing kissing scenes.
Yeah.
Like both of them were just like, I just get me out.
Dude, the one at the end of this one too was just like, no, you're not actually gonna, right?
Oh,
what
dude,
the fuck?
I'm just like,
where did this come from?
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. Any other memorable moments of this movie?
When his adopted daughter called him daddy, he said, "Daddy."
I like that.
And I didn't care for that.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
I think that this like predated that whole thing, or at least
I'm hoping
it was 2004. As far as
people didn't discuss it openly like they do now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So in retrospect, it's.
Yeah,
I think
very much.
Because I think like, if it was just a simple dad, right? I think if he goes, I like that. That would not be very weird.
Accepted father.
Yeah, and like that probably
like a very cold father.
That probably would have like brought a tear to my eye.
If he said it differently, if he said it more like heartfelt, like I like that.
Yeah,
like that, and not just like I like that.
If he didn't
say it like a 1980s comedy fucking main character, yeah, I'd be really into it, Jesse.
Yeah. There's a lot of resentment in the studio today.
Oh my god,
which I don't like because the studio is my living space.
That was I can't believe that I used 2004 space slang for a full hour.
It's 2054. Space.
Oh, true.
So really, you're ahead of the game.
Let's get out of this one. All right. You know what, Nikhil? Since I know we have a little bit of a negative Nancy over here.
Yeah.
What would you give this movie?
I think I would give it 7 Vegas out of 10 Omegas.
You make me so proud. Yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
I give this one an Inky to the 10th power squared.
That was one that
we... Let's fucking go! That's the best one you've ever done and ever will do.
That was by far the best fucking one. Holy shit. Boise made it. Jesse has finally fucking arrived onto the podcast set.
This is like when Frieza kills Krillin.
Oh my god. Maybe we won't be watching DComs for the rest of this podcast. You've earned it.
I would try to start saying I think she's got it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you know all the words.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Okay.
We go 6 pings out of 10 bongs.
Okay.
Yeah. 6. God. One Oh my god, that's so good. Fuck me, man.
That was the
That
best.
was so good. That was so fucking good. Okay.
This was the greatest moment in the entire podcast
Yeah.
so far.
No, I'm shocked.
Dude,
Yeah.
I heard that and I was like, oh, I need this one.
Yeah.
I wanted to go first because I was
Yeah.
afraid you were going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you did, I would have been so fucking upset. And he said, you go first. I was like, don't,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that one. Okay. Anyways, links in the description. Do the thing. Next month's theme.
Yeah, next month's theme is that next month is when my birthday happens, so I get to pick all 4 movies. The first one we're watching is Equilibrium, starring he was the king of Sigma males, Patrick Bateman, and he was Batman for a time. Christian Bale.
All right. Equilibrium next week. Fun.
Cool.
Way more fun than this.
That's not hard to do.
No. All right, bye.